Good morning, students. I'm Pragati, your psychology teacher, and today we are going to continue with our new disorders that is related with the children's talking about the behavioral and developmental disorders, and also revise a little bit about the negative symptoms and psychomotor disorder. As we have discussed in our live class about these disorders, but I want you to just pen down in your notebooks for your notes and to understand it more well. So let's start first with the schizophrenia disorders negative symptoms. As we have talked about the negative symptoms, the negative symptoms are the pathological deficiency. It is a negative symptom in schizophrenia. We've been calling it pathological deficiency. In this, negative is something which is been related with your minus sign, right? So for the minus sign, what the main thing which we need to understand is there is everything is in the deficiency or the poverty. So the poverty of speech has been seen here. This poverty of speech is related where the patient is not able to speak or does not speak or communicate with the counselor or psychiatrist or any other person. Okay, so they just want to remain in their own environment, and the way of speaking is very to the point. There is the poverty of speech is being noted down. Coming over the second point, that is blunt and flat effect. Blunt and a flat effect, as I told you, if you see the face expression, the face expression will be neutral. There will be no form of love, care or affection, happiness, sadness, any kind of basic emotions will be not able to see in their face, on their face, and it will be completely blunt effect. So that is something which we need to take care. Then loss of violation. Loss of violation is something related with our behavioralistical things in which the violation where we are being violated. If a person, if we talk in the positive side, the schizophrenic is very violent, especially during the hallucination tactile hallucination, but here their behavior will be very calm and the violation will be not there, means they are not going to show you any extreme kind of behavior or over aggressiveness is be not there. Okay, then social withdrawal, obviously as they are living in their own fantasy world. So there is one thing which we are noticing down in schizophrenic patient is about the social withdrawal, where friend circle जो है वो completely finish up हो रहा है. Okay, so this thing which we need to understand that the social withdrawal किस तरह से है. Now coming on the paranoid type. If we talk about the paranoid type of schizophrenia, this is a schizophrenia where we see hallucinations, especially auditory hallucinations. Here there is no poverty of speech, no loss of violence, no social withdrawal. Mostly positive symptoms are much available. Okay, this need to write up कि पॉजिटिव सिम्टम्स जो है वो सबसे ज़्यादा हमें देखने को मिलते हैं पैरानॉइड स्किज़ोफ्रेनिक में. इसमें ऑडिटरी हेलुसिनेशंस जो होती है वो ज़्यादातर हमें देखने को मिलेगी, और द पर्सन इज कंप्लेनिंग अबाउट एन अदर human being, about the presence of any other living organism. Okay, disorganized type, here the everything is very completely disorganized. The speech is also disorganized. There is no proper era of explaining the things. They remain in their own world, and the negative symptoms are the major point here. Okay, so negative symptoms are majorly seen in the disorganized type of disorder, schizophrenia. Catatonic type, where we have talked about the catatonic, which is in bizarre behavior. They are standing in a particular posture and then complaining about that posture, as it is been with the psychomotor disorder. in which we have talked about the catatonia, where the odd behavior or glimpse of the gesture is being seen, where catatonic rigidity and catatonic postures we have seen, where they have to be very rigid according to their posture, and in this they do not speak and they are very hard to talk about because they remain numb in their behavior. So this is something we relate where the psychomotor disorder has been mostly noticeable, then it is considered under catatonic type of schizophrenia. Okay, then coming on the undifferential type means where we cannot differentiate the thing, we cannot differentiate one and other things. They are undifferentiable type of schizophrenia and residual type of schizophrenia. This is also a type of schizophrenia. In this, what the things are mostly we have been found with the puberty of residual undifferentiative type of schizophrenia. Here we have been able to see the psychological disorders which relate with your psychological disorder which is related with the puberty of thoughts and speeches, and behavioralistical problems will be there, no emotional. Okay, so undifferentiation is there, a kind of non clarity is there. रेजिडुअल टाइप में भी इसी तरह से हमने जो है स्किज़ोफ्रेनिया विच हैज़ बीन एक्सप्लेन इन दिस, इफ यू गो थ्रू द page box number there you get to know about it. Similarly, the negative symptoms are more extreme in this kind of behavior, in this kind of schizophrenia. Coming on the behavioral and developmental disorder, the basic thing which we need to note down in behavioral and developmental disorder is first, this is at an early childhood disorder. Okay, all the disorder which we are going to take in the further classes, and today I am going to introduce you. These all disorders are the disorders which are being seen mainly in the childhood or during the childhood, early childhood. Okay, dyslexia is also one of the example. Okay, autism is the one. Where autistic disorder or autism are the one of the kind. So let's start from ADHD. ADHD is an attention deficient hyperactive disorder. In this, the child is very hyperactive. Their behavioralistical conditions are like they're not able to sit at a particular place. Okay, so no stability is there. No stability. Okay, they move around without aim. Which thing we need to know? Common things which we need to understand. So attention is not there, lack of concentration. Okay, lack of concentration is there in this. Then hyperactive, which is being explained with that they are not sitting in a particular place or breaking the things or not listening to their parents or teachers, anybody. Okay, and moving all around aimlessly. So that is something, the common symptoms which we found in attention deficient hyperactive disorder. After this, we go through the conduct disorder. Conduct disorder क्या है? This is a disorder in which mostly aggressiveness is extreme. In this, it is also called as social rigid because they are not well all aware about the society. They cut off with the social gathering. So there is one of the social circle is very less in that kind of disorder. Okay, so we can say social regression is there, one kind of. They are very aggressive. The boys and girls, they both show a kind of behavior in which they have been well non-aware about the things, and also which we need to note down in this is they are well over aggressive. They are a kind of aggression. Sometimes they show the aggressive behavior by beating someone, by fighting with someone, or by harming animals or other children's and such things. Conduct disorder, sometimes stealing is also one of the example in the conduct disorder which is being seen. Now SAD, which is separation anxiety disorder. This we need to understand. You always write it wrong. It is separation anxiety disorder. When we get separated from the loved one, when mostly it's seen in children, when they get separated at an early age from their parents, or due to some dispute in the parents, they conduct divorce or something at that point, or any loss of their life, whether mother or father. Okay, orphanage people, the children who are orphaned, they have been also conducting with such kind of disorder where the separation is being seen. So the mood mood is something in deficiently low. Okay, not interested in anything as such. Depressive behavior is also been seen in them, which you have earlier also been well explained to you regarding the SAD, separation anxiety disorder. So this is a disorder in which we've been seeing the most common symptoms of an depressive mood or low mood, or very crying. The children are really crying, or missing the love and affection, and remaining alone in a particular area, and then feel an hyperactivity behavior, or sometime over their breathing does not remain in constant. Okay, they feel some, or the dreams are not, some kind of dreams are coming in their life. That is something which is related with the traumatical situation, traumatic situations. So that all things are noted down in SAD, that is separation anxiety disorder. Coming over ODD, that is oppositional deficient disorder. Oppositional deficient disorder is as comparatively to the conduct disorder or social regression. In this, mostly the things which we've been seeing, noting down, is that the odd behavior which relates with the aggressiveness, rigid behavior, non-concentrating. Okay, such kind of behavior is being recognized. Whether they are boys or girls, both are having some kind of aggressiveness, and their aggressiveness as are on the similar side. Okay, they are completely same. That doesn't mean that the girls, so they won't be able to show you the aggressive behavior. They will also show you the similar manner as the boys. They used to break the things, to throw the toys, start crying loudly, or beating own self or their parents or the animals. As such activities being seen in this oppositional deficient disorder. Okay, now coming over the autism or autistic, where the learning disorder is considered and in this disorder, the major problem which is been seen is that they are having a problem of learning. They could not cope up with the words, understanding of instruction, lack of instruction understanding. For example, if teacher is giving some kind of instruction, they cannot do that. They cannot follow those instructions. They will feel less concentrative. Their mind will be very much tactile in other activities, so that they could not concentrate on the instructions. They could not learn. They could not speak properly. The lack of speaking abilities are also there. Communication is very less. If we talk about dyslexia, in this there are number of varieties of dyslexia are there, whether it is related with word, writing or learning. Okay, in one where They could not read the words. For them, the words are like dancing on the floor. So whenever you give them to read a book, they will not be able to read it. If you say them to write, their word or their handwriting will be very ups and right. Like, what thing we need to know is that the writing pattern and the learning disorder which we are talking about in dyslexia is the basic symptom which we need to understand, and that if the child is having problem with the word understanding, their learning disabilities will be simultaneously working up. Okay, so these things which we need to understand in dyslexia. This side I want to explain you that how you can learn these disorder. You have obvious one basic thing which we need to understand, that every disorder has some kind of short forms most probably. So first write here the disorder. Okay, then you can write the characteristics or the full form. Then if they are in some age, which age the disorder occur mostly, or then the symptoms, the common symptoms. This way you can remember and learn these disorders. Like you can write here ADHD, ODD, OCD, right? Then coming over autism, then dyslexia. Okay, this way you can write your disorders and then their common characteristic, age in which they occur, and then the symptoms. This way it will help you to make a short notes for the fast revision, and also it also help you in other form, like it will help you to remember each and every disorder till you keep on studying till the end of your studies. I would say rather that these disorders will be very much appropriate for you to learn it in a proper manner. Okay, so do remember all these things and keep with it in a full good form. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.